wanting to excel and win stuff and be one of the best players to ever play the game.
Wednesday as well, I think there's a real sense of excitement for the game day ahead.
Sport BU, one of the fastest growing athletic programmes in the UK. A family of athletes, staff and fans united by a common goal. We join them in the build-up to game day, where pressure is in high demand and performances matter. Tuesday morning. For the 300 athletes competing for Team BU, tomorrow is game day. Issa is one of those athletes. Due to a scheduling issue, him and the volleyball team already completed their fixture for the week.
Normally play on a Wednesday or in the past on weekends. Monday was a bit different because the other team only had Monday available, so a change in the routine, but you got to adapt to it and just play your game.
Sport is a very big part of my life. Born and raised in southwest London in Richmond, that's where I started volleyball. There was a couple of things that really attracted me to come here. Was the coaching, knowing that we have some of the best coaches in the country, as well as really just the team that we can build around us. We know that it's one of the best locations to build a really strong team. When I look back on how I was a few years ago to now, the significant improvement is something that I love about the training. Just the process of working hard, seeing improvements over, it might not be like over a month or two, it might be over a couple of years, but seeing the improvements is something that I really love. Over the last couple of years, I've tried to stay away from using the word sacrifice. I like to see it more as a choice. Giving up time, spending time with family, friends, to have to wake up and train at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, whenever it might be. Not being able to go out every other night with friends. Not having a crazy wild time drinking with everybody, because I know that I have to look after myself for the next day. I'm using it today because we had a game yesterday, and it helps with my recovery process. So the ice and the compression kind of just helps with the area to basically generate positive blood flow back into the area and help recover. Predominantly at the moment my knees and my quads because of the impact of training. So Sport BU started providing it from this year, and it helps pretty much all the athletes after game days. Biggest thing is knowing my weaknesses. A lot of athletes sometimes shy away from what their weaknesses are, but the process of finding out what your weakness is, trying to improve it, and then seeing the improvements over time that develop you into becoming a better player, the best possible player you can become.
Issa may not have a game this Wednesday, but for the rest of Team BU, the pressure continues to build. The Sport BU office is responsible for supporting and facilitating every fixture throughout the season. Natalie is the transport manager and head administrator leading the team.
These are all of our home matches for this week, so probably looking at 20 plus, and then all of our away matches as well, so a little bit more, probably 25. I used to actually work clinically, so I did a lot of rehab and massage bits. Wanted a kind of a change in job, but wanted to stay within sport and getting people active. So then saw the job come up Bournemouth Uni, and obviously being at home, it was ideal for me. So these are our stress balls. If we're having a bad day, we tend to either squeeze them or throw them at each other, which just alleviates a little bit of pressure, especially on a Bucks Wednesday when things are going wrong. Getting to see the teams enjoying sport and enjoying hopefully winning the majority of the time, but that friendship that they form whilst they're playing, and the achievement they feel when they win a game or win a league, that would be the best part of my job. Sometimes seeing the disappointment of some teams. Obviously sport is one of those, you win, you lose, and you kind of have to take both sides of it, but it is a bit brutal when you kind of see a team have that loss that is going to affect them quite deeply in their league or in their cup run. And on the other flip side of things, sometimes also students not necessarily appreciating everything you do.
So every Tuesday or sometimes Thursday, depending on how busy we are. So yeah, we check both of the lease vehicles, which are the Team BU branded ones. Have to check things like their coolant, oil levels, if they need any AdBlue, and just general wear and tear really.
students can just see their sport and their team, and they won't necessarily appreciate how big the programme is, essentially, how many other teams there are, and the administration that goes into getting all of the fixture admin done for all of the teams rather than just theirs, so they can sometimes be a little bit demanding. I wouldn't say we're unsung heroes, because we love what we do and we do it for the students. We are here to put on sport and activities for them. I think it's a big team effort, so I'd say we're a team of unsung heroes.